Didn't think a chocolate bar could leave us speechless until we tried this one from Dubai. No gold flakes, no luxury wrapping, just a bold, creamy crunch that tastes like kunafa, pistachio, and chocolate all in one bite. It's called Can't Get Enough of It. And trust us, the name doesn't even do it justice. So what makes this bar from Fix Chocolate so addictive? Let's go behind the scenes and uncover the secrets behind this pistachio masterpiece. It all began with a craving and turned into a global dessert phenomenon. In 2021, Sarah Hamouda, a British Egyptian, was living in Dubai when inspiration struck. She combined pistachio cream, tahini, and crunchy kunafa into a chocolate bar. What started as a personal experiment quickly became a viral hit. One TikTok video was all it took. 30,000 orders exploded overnight. That's how Can't Get Knafeh was born. The name was catchy, the idea was fun, but the flavor? That's what really stood out. People weren't just buying it because it looked good. They were hooked on the taste. The combination of sweet, nutty, and crispy textures created a bite unlike anything people had experienced before. It's the kind of thing that makes you wonder what else is out there that we've never tasted before. If that question hit you too, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out what's coming next. Step 1. The Kataifi prep. Most chocolate bars begin with cocoa. This one starts with a crunch. The base is made from Kataifi, a traditional Middle Eastern dough that looks like fine, shredded phyllo. When raw, it's soft and delicate with a naturally airy texture. But once toasted, it transforms into golden flakes that crackle in your mouth like a delicate pastry. At Fix Chocolate, the process is handmade from the start. The strands are gently pulled apart, then tossed in melted butter until they're fully coated. Some makers use ghee for a lighter finish, while others prefer butter for its rich depth. The coated Kataifi is then spread onto trays and toasted in convection ovens at around 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Timing is crucial. It is toasted for about 8 to 10 minutes to become golden brown with a nutty aroma. Toast it too long, and it burns within seconds. Too short, and it stays greasy. Once cooled, the Kataifi is broken into crisp flakes. Most are pressed into the base of the mold, while a handful is saved for later. Step 2. Filling blend. Now the filling takes over. It starts with pistachios, naturally vibrant green and grown in the sun-drenched orchards from Iran and Turkey. These regions are famous for their pistachios because the dry climate enhances oil content, color, and flavor. The pistachios are roasted to bring out their natural aroma, then ground into a dense, smooth paste. This paste is naturally sweet and full of rich, earthy character, but the real magic begins when tahini enters the mix. Made from crushed sesame seeds, tahini adds creaminess and depth. It cuts the sweetness just enough and adds a slightly bitter, nutty flavor that pairs perfectly with pistachio. Fun fact, tahini actually has more calcium per gram than milk and is widely used in Middle Eastern dishes from hummus to halva. Together, pistachio and tahini create a bold, silky filling. But here's where it gets even better. The mixture isn't just smooth, it's aromatic. As the warm tahini blends with the pistachio paste, it releases a buttery, toasted scent that feels almost nostalgic. Think of baklava or halva, or pistachio gelato on a summer day. This blend isn't overly sweet either. The tahini tempers the natural sugar from the pistachios, letting the nuttiness lead. Before it's finished, a few of those reserved Kataifi flakes are folded in. It gives the filling a surprise texture shift. First smooth, then crunchy, then smooth again. That unpredictability is what makes the bite so satisfying. Step 3. Chocolate tempering. Now it's time to wrap it all in chocolate. But at Fix, it's not just about melting and pouring. The chocolate has to be tempered. This process involves heating, cooling, and reheating the chocolate to get the cocoa butter crystals lined up just right. If the tempering is off, the chocolate turns soft and loses its shine. But when it is done right, the shell is smooth, glossy, and snaps clean with every bite. Can't Get Enough of It comes in two versions, one encased in creamy milk chocolate the other enriched 72% dark. Each one plays off the pistachio and tahini filling differently. The milk chocolate gives it a sweeter, more classic taste, while the dark version adds richness and a slightly bitter edge that pairs perfectly with tahini. Each type needs its precise temperature range. Milk chocolate handles around 88 degrees Fahrenheit, while dark needs to reach around 91 degrees Fahrenheit. That few degrees makes the difference between a dull finish and that perfect mirror shine. It's this shell that seals everything in and balances the creamy, nutty center. The chocolate feels smooth and solid to the touch. No crumbles, no mess. That gentle snap you hear? It's the sound of chocolate done right. Even when you hold it, it doesn't melt too fast. It holds, it shines, and it sets the stage for what's inside. Step 4. Layer build. First, a thin layer of tempered chocolate is poured into a mold to form the bottom of the bar. The mold is gently tilted so the chocolate coats every edge. Once it firms slightly, a layer of toasted Kataifi is added and pressed into the chocolate. Then the pistachio tahini filling is piped in. It's thick, glossy, and packed with flavor. It sits just below the rim, leaving enough room for a final pour. The second layer of chocolate is poured to seal the bar. The mold is tapped gently to eliminate air bubbles and ensure a perfect finish. Then it moves to a cooling tunnel, or is chilled on racks at a steady temperature. The chocolate sets slowly, locking everything in place. When removed from the mold, the bar is clean, crisp, and mirror smooth. Step 5. Packaging. There's no flashy decoration or over-the-top packaging. Once the bars are set, they're removed from the mold and topped with a signature drizzle of vibrant color, usually bright orange and green. No nuts, no sprinkles, no gold. Just bold color over clean chocolate squares. It's playful, eye-catching, and instantly recognizable. After that, each bar is wrapped in foil to lock in freshness, then sealed in a candy-style wrapper that keeps things fun and casual. No box, no extras. Just chocolate that speaks for itself. Every bar weighs around 200 grams and is meant to be shared. Though let's be honest, most people don't. Step 6. Final texture. Now comes the best part of the bite. This bar is all about contrast. The outer shell breaks with a crisp snap. Inside, the filling flows softly. Then, out of nowhere, a crunchy bit of Kataifi sneaks in. The textures don't compete. They complement each other beautifully. That's what makes the bar feel elevated. It's more like a plated dessert than a candy bar. From the toast level of the pastry to the balance between pistachio and tahini, every detail is dialed in. Even storage matters. These bars are kept at a constant 14 to 20 degrees Celsius to preserve the chocolate structure and the Kataifi's crunch. If it gets too warm, the shell softens. Too cold, and the flavor fades. Every part of this bar is made to deliver the best bite possible. This isn't just chocolate. It's something layered and deliberate, built to unfold slowly one bite at a time. It makes you pause. It makes you wonder how something so simple, pistachio, pastry, and chocolate, can come together in a way that's so well balanced and memorable. That's the magic of fixed chocolate, turning simple ingredients into something unforgettable. And if you've ever wondered what it would taste like to take baklava, gelato, and gourmet chocolate and somehow roll them into one modern, bite-sized treat, this is probably the closest thing. It isn't trying to mimic anything, it's building its own lane, one handcrafted bar at a time. And that's how pistachio chocolate is made, from flaky pastry to creamy center, all wrapped in rich chocolate. Fixed chocolate has other flavors too, but this one, can't get Knafeh it, is where it all started. Now here's the real question. Would you try it? Or better yet, what flavor would you invent if you could make your own bar? Drop your idea in the comments. And if this behind-the-scenes bite hit the spot, like, subscribe, and stick around, because the next one might just surprise you even more. Thanks for watching.